Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Luke's back today. We're mixing and carrying on with the calcada out the front, and he's going to break out this big piece of granite. As you can see from here, it's just this section is a little bit too high, so I want to take it down so I can get a bed around my grapevine here. So that's what he's going to be doing. I'm going to be continuing laying here, and I'm not going to show you where I'm stood. I'll do a reveal later on when I've done these 1, 2, 3, 4 sections today ish. Then I'll do the reveal of the whole lot done and finished.
Oh, it's another fabulous day. Can't believe it's nearly the middle of October. My little job today is to sort out this mess here. Now, You may remember that Nick dug out the rubber plant. It's looking a little sorry for itself, but we're chucking water on it. Hopefully it'll pick up. But what I'm going to do, we've got this wild lemon verbena here, so I'm going to give this a good haircut. And I've also purchased, to go in this hole, let's just unravel it, a lychee. Now, we've read up on them. They have a non-invasive root system. Basically, they keep their roots in the top 8 to 10 inches, so sort of 100, 150 mil. And in this area here, we're not going to let it, they can grow quite big, up to sort of 10, 12 metres. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep it a sensible height, so sort of up to about the bell cast level here. And by doing that, the canopy is basically the root spread, so we can keep it a good level or a good height, and it'll be easier to pick the lychees when they grow, and yeah, should keep everything a little bit tidier here. So that's my little job today. But what I'm also going to do, I'm going to take some cuttings from the verbena. Even though it's, you know, we're well into October, we've got lots of lovely growth here. Now this is ideal, it's nice and pliable, so I can take these cuttings, I'll get a load potted up, so if I give this a really big haircut, I'm going to have still some to pot on if need be. Right, I've got a small pot of water here. I'm a bit in the dark, but the sun's quite bright at the moment. A small pot of water, so all I'm going to do is do a few cuttings. Now I'm going to do a little experiment. That's quite a long bit there, so that we'll strip off a lot of the bottom leaves like so. Actually, might take a few more off, like so, and then just drop it in the pot just to keep it warm. So I'm going to do a load like that. In the meantime, there's lots of dead in here, so I need to get all this cleared out, and this bed needs a bit of a sort out anyway. But like I said, I want to get the lychee in and a few cuttings taken to this. May have to, there's a lot of dead. If I just bring you in a bit, you can see there's a lot of dead in here. Whether it will spring up from, if I cut this right back, I don't know. If it doesn't, then like I said, I'll have lots of cuttings that I shall take to hopefully replace, because the scent of this is absolutely divine. And I really like the leaves raw on salads. They have a really weird texture, but they have a lovely little taste. So yeah, I like them. So, right, so I've cleared out. We've given the curry plant a big haircut. We've got the big hole here where the rubber tree was, a bag of compost. The lemon verbena has had a serious haircut, so we've just got that propped, because at the moment the stems do stick out a little bit towards the path, so we will be trying to train that back upright now. Now it's not fighting with the rubber tree to try to get some sunlight, but I also will be keeping this down to a more manageable size. The lime has had a couple of branches trimmed off to stop them encroaching into the path. We've got, this plant is a horehound, so that's had a good, all the dead bits behind have been cleared out. My little thyme is looking a bit worse for wear, but yeah, they'll pick up. There's another little thyme here. I have a stevia, so that's got new growth coming up. Just rose, general bits, lemon balm, lots of lemon in this bed, lemon balm and lemongrass, and a Gilmore. Hello Gilly, good boy in the shade. Calendula flowers still going. So yeah, this is has been cleared out a bit now, so I've got lots of stuff that I want to put in, but the priority at the moment is to get this lychee all planted up, so I shall do that now. So that's its position. I'm going to put in another bag of compost, because we lost a lot of the soil that was here in this bed when we took out the rubber tree, so I've got another bag to put in. You can see the soil here is very dry anyway, so this will get another bag, and then when everything's sort of settled down a bit, I can then put mulch and another layer of stuff on top. So yeah, that's our little lychee.
So Luke's been busy here getting rid of this lump of granite, which is great. A little bit to go here and there. There's an awful lot of it now, because we decided to go in the curve of the fish scale around here, but then keep that curve going around this grapevine, and then I'll surround it with clay tiles as well, so that'll be lovely, and then we can carry on through here. So there we go, another few thingies done, scales done, starting to come together now, gone a bit wider here. I will be putting a granite seat in here, something special I'm going to make, just give you a little bit of a carving demonstration on granite. That'll be in the future anyway. So yeah, Luke's been gunning this away all day, done a great job, and now it gives me enough room to go past here. So I've started to put the bed around this grapevine, that'll go right around the complete circle there, or something like that. Now all I've got to do is pick up all my rubbish. Cool. There we go, thanks Luke, awesome job as usual.
Welcome.
And I'll see you next week, Monday.
Sunday.
So here we have our little Szechuan pepper tree. It's grown up quite well, doing really good this year. We've got lots of little peppercorns on it. Now with the Szechuan, the actual usable part is the outer case. Now I don't know if you can see, if I just point that there. See this, I'm just starting to pick them because they're starting to pop, which means they're getting ready. So what I'm going to do is pick all the peppers off, all the little peppercorn bits off, and then dry them, because like I just said, it's only the outer casing that we use in cooking. And then I should have lots of little black seeds, which I'm going to then see if I can grow some more Szechuan peppers. So yeah, fingers crossed as we say, and let's get these picked, see how many we get. So there's my little haul of Szechuan peppercorns. I'm really pleased because last year I think I only got 3 or 4, but so like I say, it's just the outer husk that we use. So these are all I'm gonna take them into the house for drying. So like I say, there's a couple that have split there. I wanted to see if one was nearly ready to split so I could find a seed. Because they're really, there we go, see if I can get this little one here. So the seed itself, there you go, it's a lovely, right, so hopefully you can see that. So that's the seed. So I shall be taking those out and drying the little husky bits off. And then we'll have lots of nice Szechuan pepper. So Nick can get creative in the kitchen and I can plant. I mean, there must be, oh gosh, probably 100 or so here. So that's really good. I'm really, really pleased. So yesterday you may remember that I picked the Szechuan peppers and I've put them on this bit of kitchen roll. And as you can see, hopefully, they're all starting to open up, which means I can collect all the little seeds and yeah, hopefully get a load more, although I don't think I need that many, but I'm going to plant a load and see if I can get some more Szechuans to grow. Whilst I was also pruning yesterday, also got a nice lot of limes as well off just one branch, so that's really good, so something to do with those. I'm currently, just lean over here, I have some sauerkraut, what I call jowdling away, so I'm just waiting for that to release its juices. So that's going to take 4 or 5 days to be ready, but yes, we're doing some of that. And I also want to go down and pick a few apples and get some apple cider vinegar on the go, so we shall be doing that in a bit.
Put a few persimmons for the pigs.
As a distraction.
As a distraction, because we want to prune this apple tree. That should keep them busy for a while. No. Yeah. So we're going to prune this apple tree because Ange wants some apples, and we're going to be using this Prunarbo E50, the 50mm electric pruner, which takes Makita batteries. We've mentioned it before in a short, but what I'll do is just take the battery off here, put the pruner on here, and the battery on here, and then switch it on. And then I can reach up with this extendable pole, which is amazing.
Oh. Fighting over persimmons.
Pigs. So we need to reduce the height of this by a lot, and get some apples. So if Ange can beat the pigs to the apples,
yeah, I know that's going to be the fun bit, isn't it? So if I can,
by cutting off big hunky bits here.
Look at that! Whoa! Whoa! No! See, look, I've got to run.
So
actually, that's a bit squishy. Look, that one's a bit too. So there you go, piggies. You can have that one. It was squishy. So as you can see, this cuts. Well, it's like a knife through butter, isn't it?
It's very good. I'm going to try and get everything to the same height. Ish. And for the stuff that gets really tall, it goes out again. As you can see. So I'm 6 foot something. That's 8'6". But as far as I can reach, it's even more than that. So we're getting the high up stuff like right up here, like this. Still caught in the other branches. Do a few down here. Some dead bits here. which needs to come out anyway.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of dead in this one actually, isn't it? I'm actually amazed it's growing at all.
Yes.
But some of the lower apples try to keep for me to pick, because I'm losing against the pigs, unfortunately. Yeah, it's quite big.
Dead bit there.
Yeah, I was going to say it's quite a bit. Wow. Do you want to see if you can get that and just show how big around that is?
I don't know if I can grab it with. No, hang on.
Get up there. So for dead as well, it cut through that really easily, didn't it?
Yeah, it's about 40 mil there. So I'll try and get it all down to the same sort of level. And I'm thinking we won't have to feed the pigs so much. There's a big thick one.
Wow.
Took a few goes. But so there's a good 50 mil, that one.
Oh, hang on, my shadow's right in that. That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to reach up with this. That's a long way up, so. Ooh. Don't need nothing. Can't even see that far.
Well, look at that.
And that one, I think. That's a thick one.
Whoa, that was brilliant. Right, can I just grab that apple, that one, before the piggies get it? Right, this is a bit precarious. I've got an apple.
Oh yeah. Ready?
Hang on a minute, wait, this is that bit of ash.
Yep.
Let me get... Ooh. Right, let's see if this will work.
Okay.
Go on. Yay, look at that. Woohoo! Right, that's quite long.
Yeah, but that's quite high up. So I want that one off.
That.
That's pretty good, isn't it? I'll take that one off.
This is a bit of action shot going on because I need another 3 hands.
Cool.
Well, this tree, I mean, we think it was either hit by lightning or something, don't we?
I think it was hit by lightning.
So,
Yes, so yeah, as Andrew was saying, we think this tree was hit by lightning because, as you can see, there's not much left to the centre of it. Yeah, but from there up, there's a lot of growth, and we've got to go through this now and thin it out. It had a lot on it this year, a lot of apples. And if you can see,
yeah,
it is a little bit unstable.
so we have a couple of new shoots coming up at the back there.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a graft or what, so they might be just crab apples, I don't know. But
Well,
to be honest,
crab apples are even better for making apple
yes,
cider
I know.
vinegar with.
There's not many on this now, is there?
No, the pigs have... Well, you caught them bumping into the
Yeah,
tree,
the
haven't
pigs
you?
are rubbing into the tree and knocking everything down. As they do. Look at here, you pigs. Pigs.
So the Prunabo has done an excellent job of getting rid of a lot of the foliage from this tree. As we said, we've got quite a bit of dead here in the middle. So that we'll have to have a saw going on to that one. But I think the tree's going to appreciate a little bit of freedom as well, don't you, Nick?
I'm lightening up. Yeah.
So yeah, well done.
Oh, really, really chuffed.
Yeah,
This
that's
extension pole is
brilliant. I mean, that's
no
yeah.
ladders or nothing.
No,
used.
so much safer.
And don't forget, like we said in the short, it uses Makita batteries. and it's really powerful. And I just want to check how much battery's left. We've done all that and it's still showing full battery, so
Somebody's trying to steal my bucket of apples.
yeah, so it's still showing full battery even now after all that. See, it's done 80 cuts, 80 something. It's got a cut counter and still full battery showing, so
Excellent. No, really pleased with that.
yeah,
Like I say,
really
the
good.
pole does make a big difference just for usability as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So brilliant. Well, there you go, piggies. You've got some apple leaves and sticks to chew on.
I'll cut them off a few more persimmons because
Yeah,
although your sister really likes them,
yeah, I really don't.
we don't. Sorry, Shona, but the pigs are loving them.
Yeah, and we've always said, if you want some, come and get them.
Go on, girls.
There, look, you can have some. Go on, mind your bum, Bubbles. Ah, look at this great piggy.
Turned it off.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is one of our trees, and that's the other persimmon there. So lots of fruit.
I'll just show you. So these are the astringent type, and what happens this time of year?
Magpies mainly.
Magpies and wasps and hornets.
Yes.
One of the reasons we're not terribly good at keeping bees here is because the hornets eat them all.
And we have too much fruit.
There's fruit all around us, cherry farms, persimmons, there's fruit everywhere, so look at this.
Look, gloop.
So I really do like the easily interchangeability of the battery on this. Yeah, really good. So this just literally, you put the thing on the end and the battery on the other end and it goes straight away. We won't be pruning olives now, but I just wanted to show you how many we've got this year. This is just crazy. Yeah, so we'll be doing these in about 20 days time when my mate James turns up, and we're gonna, you know, work his fingers to the bone. But now
he'll be earning his keep, won't he?
we do prune a bit when we
harvest.
just because getting the I don't even know the English name of it, but the shaky fingers to get them in here. Sometimes you have to take a branch out to make it easier to get to. Yeah, so these will come in handy for that as well. Yeah,
they're looking really good, the olives,
we're
aren't
going to
they?
have a few.
Yes.
I'm hoping we get 1,000 kilos this year. We'll probably get about 800, I think.
Brilliant.
But not bad.
No, definitely. Well done, little olive trees. So I have here the sauerkraut that I prepared earlier. As you can see, it's come down a little bit. There's not an awful lot of juice with this at the moment, so I have jars here. They're all cleaned out jars. I've got a litre of filtered water and 20 grams of salt. I use the Himalayan salt. It's just I just find it's, well, I don't know, I just use it. I know, a bit weird, aren't I? Basically, it's a 2% brine solution that needs to go in with the sauerkraut. So that's across the board. Doesn't matter whether you're using millilitres or fluid ounces. So long as you do a 2% salt to water solution, that's perfect for sauerkraut. So I shall just put you there. So what we're doing, we've got our jars. Now I've got two of these bigger jars and one small one because I'm not sure how much will sort of go into each. So ultimately, all this needs to go into said jars, and then we'll do our brine mixture. So what I will do first is put the salt into there and get that going. Oh, annoying. So what happens this is we sit this on the counter or on by the side here for a few days. This will ferment. So what that means is a gas is created, and so the lid, even though this is a screw lid, it will just be placed on loosely to allow air to get through, because otherwise you're going to have an explosion. Well, not an explosion, but you know, it could. not boil over, but it will come over. So it looks like most of this is going to go into one, and then I can use the little one then, so that's all right. So we should just tuck those bits in there. Now the sauerkraut that I have got going on here is red cabbage, red onion, garlic, mustard seeds, and a few chili flakes as well. So it's just there's no measurement, it's literally the size of the red cabbage sort of went, oh yeah, I'll have that, and then one onion. So it was one red cabbage, one onion. I like garlic, I put in 6 cloves. So yeah, it's going to be garlicky. But again, fermented garlic is good for you as well, so it's all going to go in nicely. And the mustard seeds, I just like putting them in, they've just given a really good texture. I will be doing a very plain sauerkraut because Nick wants to try one which is just white cabbage and white onion or brown onion. So yeah, I shall do one of those. It'll just be a smaller quantity because I really like the red one. So you know me, scrape everything out. So you give a bit of headroom in the jars to make sure that you can cover everything with the brine. And that also means then that there's not, you know, if it's too full, it's going to have a bit of an explosion. So I had a smallish red cabbage. So I shall now just top these up with the brine solution. Just make sure it is all stirred up or dissolved. Absolutely fine. So these are just going to sit on the counter, not with sealed lids. They're just going to be placed on just to keep the cats out. So yeah, that's it for the sauerkraut. That'll take about 5 or 6 days. Again, weather dependent. The hotter it is, the quicker it will ferment. So we're hoping to get this done really for the weekend. So it's Wednesday now. So let's say 4 or 5 days, 5, 6 days, it should be nice and crunchy. Just quickly, I do recommend putting your sauerkraut in a tray of some sort, just in case. I mean, there's not a lot of chance this one's going to bubble over. There's quite a lot of headspace in that one. But this one was, because it was fuller, potential to come over. So yeah, put them on a tray.
Activator.
Yeah, gremlin activator.
Graylin.
Mine is a gremlin. Gremlin. He always wants.
So I'm obviously back at Luke and Sarah's today. I'm going to give you a quick preview of what you'll be able to see in an hour's time on their channel. So here goes. It's going to be quick. Ta-da! So today finds me back at sunny Karen and Stephan's. Just want to show you. Let's get back here. I was saying last week about the cladding they're putting on and stuff. Really big, thick boards. I'll show you the effect. I'm quite impressed. Looks quite good. Well, it looks very good. So there we go. This is what they're using. She's got to paint in between, but that's going to be the finished product right the way up to the roof. And again, along the front, she started here, or they've started here. They've treated this black, so when this is treated, you just see a dark joint in there, basically. This will never get wet anyway because of the roof. But I'm here today to give some lessons. We're starting the tiling in the floor because it's going to rain on Sunday. It's now Thursday, and they want to get this tiled here so they can put anything that's outside, like bags of adhesive, bags of cement, timber, even tiles, you know. They can bring it all in here, place it on the dry floor, in the dry, on the floor. So I'm going to start in that corner. We're going to do a time lapse, and we're going to start laying these, and we'll see how quick we get on, because I know the floor is flat, so that's one good thing. I've got some water to wet it down before we start. I'll do a mix in a minute and then away we go. Well, hey.
Right. I might remember me saying that I'm going to do some, or start the process for some apple cider vinegar. So I've been into the back of our cold room and I've dug this thing out. Now this was, or is, the SCOBY and the leftover liquid from my last batch. Now I've never continued it on. I've never, because I make kombucha where you use the SCOBY and it sort of carries on and makes more SCOBY. So I'm assuming that the apple cider vinegar will do exactly the same thing. So, like I said, I've just been in there. It's looking a bit, I don't know if I just drop this down a little bit. There we go. So, take the lid off. So it's been in storage. So, like I said, I really don't know what. Oh, it doesn't smell funky. That's a good sign. Right, what I will do, I've got a plastic bowl. I'm going to fish out said SCOBY and put it in the bowl. So hands are washed. Oh yeah, it feels just like a kombucha one. Whoa, look at that. So I'll just drop that in there. Yeah. I'm going to taste this off my fingers, and if it is a bit ripe, then I'll just keep this in a jug for now. See if I can find any use for funky apple cider vinegar. Actually, it's not too bad. That's a bonus. So I'm still going to put it into the jug anyway. So let's get you up there. So see, one jug, one collection of They're so weird. Scobies are the most strangest things. It's a bit like, don't know if this is another random thing. Axolotls. When I was at school doing my biology, we had a school axolotl, Douglas, and I was very privileged to have him over sort of summer holidays to look after. But every now and again, you had to clean out his tank. So it's look up axolotls. That this one was an albino one, so he was creamy whitish pink with bright red gills. It's absolutely fabulous. We used to sit next to him and feed him tadpoles and get told off. But that's what a SCOBY feels like when you... Random, I know. Oh, see, this is what happens when I'm left alone. So Nick isn't here at the moment, so... Right, it's a bit sludgy, this one, so I wouldn't really want to use that for a dressing, or, you know, like to take a spoonful of ACV as and when. But I'm sure I can find a use for it, so I should just put that to one side. Give this jar a wash and then prep the apples that I managed to snaffle off the pigs yesterday. So, right, the apples aren't brilliant, but generally you would use your scraps. So if you've done an apple pie or made something else with apples, all those bits, instead of chucking them away, put them in for apple cider vinegar. Now all I'm going to do, this one actually isn't too bad, but yeah, if there's any which have got quite a big area of nastiness, I'll cut that bit out, because at the end of the day it's all going in for something that you're going to end up eating. So yeah, I'm literally just going to chop up the apples, and then we should be putting them into the jar, which I've obviously cleaned out. We're looking at to get to about halfway, so hopefully I've got enough apples that I managed to get off the pigs. So here goes. So that's all my apples chopped up. It's not quite half a jar. So what I've done, I've got some filtered water here. I've actually got, I just got to hold that up again, 1400 millilitres, and that works out, it's just over 1400 millilitres, because a US cup is actually 240 millilitres, and I always thought it was 250 of water, that is. So this is 6 cups, get that right, yeah. So to that, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of sugar and pour that over the top of this. So here we have, very easily available, is yellow sugar, and that's just generally the one that I use because, I don't know, it looks nicer than the white sugar. So let's move my jar a bit. There we go. So 1, 2, so like I said, this is filtered water, because ultimately you don't want to have anything too nasty in your ACV. Give that a good stir. I'm hoping it's going to cover. If not, I can always make up some more, so it's quite easy. So I've just got another 3 cups of water. Let's see if that, 1, 2, 3. I'd rather do a little bit at a time than have a whole half a jug of sugared water not used. So. Right. That'll be fine. What's happened, the apples have floated, which is what they tend to do. So you can sort of see there's quite a big gap there. But what I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to put one of the scobies on top. I'll just move you a minute, because this one looks a bit brown, but this one is quite nice, and this one's quite nice. I'm going to put 2 of the nicer looking ones, if you can call a SCOBY nice looking. So, there's loads of Oh, this one really feels like an axolotl. And that is basically it. What happens now, this gets put in a dark place and left. Now it gets left for, I've got to just check my notes, 2 weeks. Check it, give it a stir, and yeah, then we'll drain it. So I'll show you what last year's ACV that I made looks like. I just pour out a little bit because obviously what I poured out from the scobies earlier is a bit thick and brown. Looks like gravy. So once you've got your stuff all covered up, get a cheesecloth. It needs to be a breathable material and covered. So what I'll do then, this will go back into the cold room because it's dark in there, unless we go in and put the light on. But and like I say, it stays in there for 2 weeks. Give it a check pretty much every day. And after 2 weeks we strain it. So like I said, we'll need to do a part 2 for the ACV. So what I'm going to do though is show you last year's glass. So it looks like a fine beverage and it's got a really, I mean, it's a vinegary scent, but it's not like you can get like a malt vinegar that you go, whew. So I'm just, cheers, because it's very good for you. And it's definitely got a hint of apples with it. Yeah, like I said, it's very good for you. We use it a lot. So this was my last bottle. I'm down to there. So I need to make some more. Anyway, let's see what Nick's up to.
So there we go, about 18 square meters, something like that, done today. Yeah, quite pleased with it. Obviously the floor is flat, so it's easier to do. We've been talking and discussing a lot of stuff, so it's about, I don't know, 5 hours work, something like that. Looking good, nice tiles as well. So that's it for this week, everyone. A bit of kitchen stuff going on with the expert here, a bit of gardening stuff, a bit of all sorts really. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a big like. And if you liked it and you're not subscribed, please check if you are. Subscribe, it's free. And this is so corny. Please ring the notification bell if you want to be. It's up there, way up here.
I'm too short.
If you want to be notified for any upcoming videos, and
yeah,
we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Be good, be careful out there.